Hello guys, it's me, TONIK TZW, the Admiral of the Rusty Buckets fleet, now that we have the fleets available to us in World of Warships Legends. I'm here in a Tier 7 British Tech Tree Destroyer, the Lightning, one of my all-time favourites, and we are going to do Red Team the dirty way. We're here on Tears of the Desert. It's quite a balanced game. There's 3 destroyers, and that probably means 1 per cap, as there's no divisions. Then we've got a single cruiser, and then lots of battleships. And lots of battleships always means lots of torpedoes, and we are going to get out of there and play. And as I said, this is going to be dirty and mean. Now, it takes me a little while to get going here because I was busy on the telephone at the time finishing off a call, and I know that everybody hates it when the destroyer doesn't move at the start of the game. So even though I wasn't finished the phone call, I thought I'd best get my engines going just so they know that I haven't completely abandoned them. But here we go. Now, there are 2 caps to be taken out on the sides, and I know that everybody likes to rush off to the sides. And what do we do when everybody rushes off to the sides? We follow them. No, we don't. We don't always follow them. We don't always lemming train. What we try to do, certainly if we're playing solo and we're not committed to anybody here, we get out there and we have a look and see what's going on. Now you'll see that I'm using Perceptive here, and it is pointing off to the left, which means that the closest targets to me are off on my left side. And I've had a look across there. There's a Fletcher across there, really good gunboat. I think we've got a Fletcher, a Kagero, and a Summers, so there isn't really anything out there that Fletcher shouldn't be able to handle, and in a gunfight he should be able to take out any one of those, so he should push the cap. And I was going to call this video "What the hell are the DDs doing?" with lots of Ds, because neither of them seem interested in pushing their caps. Now, I know I'm in the middle of the map. I'm not exactly pushing a cap myself, but look what I've got out there. I've got a Kansas out there, and I'm spotting these guys that are hanging at the back as well. As Lane, New Jersey there, we've got a cruiser, and I'm thinking, right, they are closest to me now, but if anything comes through the centre, just checking my torpedo range, because I don't always remember because I play that many different boats. But I'm just thinking, okay, we get within 10 Ks of this guy. We've got an AFK battleship, but he's not AFK. He's actually shooting across into a cap. But one of my favourite tricks with the British destroyers is the fact that we can fire single torpedoes. And for those of you that hate to see ships riding the white line, this is one white line that most ships would rather not see. So there we go. That guy is alive. He is firing his guns. He is parked in the middle of his cap, and I'm just wondering what the expression on his face and the words out of his mouth are going to be when he sees my little string of murder dolphins sailing straight towards him at a fair rate of knots. Now, even though I fight those all on pretty much a straight line, there's a bit of a random torpedo going off to the right there. But here we go. That's 4, 5, 6 torpedoes and 3 floods. Now, as far as I'm aware, he hasn't damage controlled, and that flood's ticking. And I'm thinking, do I shoot at him and put a fire on him as well, or do we let it go? But then, like, somebody else is taking a shot at him. I'm thinking, hang on, this is my kill here. I'm going to smoke up because I'm the one spotting him. And as he disappears from view, we get first blood and a dev strike. Now I'm sort of very wary that I've popped my smoke, so everybody knows where I am now. And if they didn't sort of think where I was, they're going to be very much aware of where I am in a moment, because I'm pushing straight into this cap. Now, blue team have managed to push in and take the right hand side cap, but the destroyer is being pushed there. nobody seems to be wanting to have a part of A cap, and I'm looking and I'm thinking New Jersey there's a Scharnhorst out there, and I'm thinking, can I get shots onto these guys? But no, they're tucked right in tight behind those islands. And although I'm going to be looking for an angle, I could put guns on them, but I don't want to give away my position to where I am to everybody else. And there we go, we have a Kagero coming this way as well. Now, as I said, there aren't any divisions in this game, but the Kagero and the Summers are playing together. The Fletcher is out on my right hand side, and I decide that that Kagero might try slapping some torpedoes through the middle of this capture point. So I am going to withdraw, and I'm going to try and support these guys here because red team are pushing down on this cap quite hard. And I'm thinking, oh, if he keeps going, I can get torpedoes through here. So we spam a couple of torps as best we can, and then we lose the angle, and then we look across there, a smoke screen. So let's just go fishing in a smoke screen with our last set of torpedoes. So this is all a part of keeping your eye on the minimap to see what is developing in the game and working out where you may best be. Now, I know I've got the Summers and the Kagero behind me, so I didn't particularly want to take a shot at that Fletcher because I've also got the Azure Lane New Jersey there. But we are going to get a sneaky shot in just before he disappears. Unfortunately, those torpedoes missed. I could have waited a little bit longer for that, but we get some shots on. Do we get a fire? Not quite sure. Still spotted Scharnhorst there. Guess who's spotting him? When I run my smoke, that's right, it's me that's spotting him. Now, I decide I'm going to pull out my smoke and see if I can keep this cap reset, but with two ships on the cap and the time of flight for my shells, unfortunately, we're not going to make that one happen. But we are going to put some fire onto the Scharnhorst anyway, and we will get a fire there. He's pulling forward now, he's damage conned that fire. I'm still spotted. So one of those destroyers is behind me within gun range. There we go. Fletcher tries to get some shots across the top. And now we know we've got the Scharnhorst and the New Jersey and the Fletcher all out here on this cap. But it looks like that guy's starting to back up. So confident that blue team here, and for whatever reason that destroyer is now not contesting the cap. On the right he's just sailing around, I think, trying to torpedo things. I decide that as nobody has bothered to push a cap and red team haven't pushed back in to what was their home cap to start with, I am going to go across to A. Now that Fletcher there has lost, I think, about 95% of his health, and I didn't see what was going on across there, but if he's gotten himself spotted and gunned down, then I don't understand how he's been losing in a gunfight. But there is an Iowa out here, and there is another battleship, and I'm like, they're going to come around that corner. I don't know. That is fishing torpedoes out there. So again, we're not on a huge amount of damage here. We're on 70,000. But this one was about the gameplay. A lot of my videos are more about the gameplay than the high damage and the number of kills and this, that, and the other. So these guys have not pushed this cap. The Fletcher is very low health, so I decide that I'm going to come all the way across here. You'll see that my perceptive switches. It appears to be in the direction of the Iowa. And we do know that there are two destroyers and another unsighted battleship across here. So there are 4 ships out of 6 on this side of the map. So I'm kind of running myself into trouble here. But what is about to come up is what I think is one of my best pieces of destroyer work in the last couple of weeks. Because it is sweet as a nut. I don't hit every salvo, but just watch what happens. We get on this Kagero. We want him to fire. There's the other destroyer. Once he's fired his guns, we've got our sonar running, warning us of torpedoes, and now we're going to disappear into our smoke screen with our sonar running, and he is detected and he is spotted by the Fletcher and the battleship out there. We've got torpedoes coming in, so we're going to get a little bit agile here and avoid those torpedoes. Take out the Kagero. We've got another set of torpedoes coming in from the Summers, and so as he drops in and out of sonar, he's doing the right thing. He is turning in and he is running down my smoke screen because he knows that it is my sonar that has him detected. But we take the time to put some torpedoes out in between reloads, just expecting a turn. We get another salvo on him, but he is gone. And I'm thinking, ooh, I've got the Iowa here. I know there's another battleship here. We're on 3 kills. We're on for a Kraken here. But do you know what? The team have actually played so well that we're not going to get this, because we're almost up to the 1,000 points. And this was extremely disappointing, because looking at this, I think I really could have picked up a Kraken there. So just under 96,000 damage, we get first blood and a dev strike on that unfortunate soul who stayed parked in the capture point. A whisker under 3,000 base XP. So base XP wise, that's actually quite a good game. So I've hoped you've enjoyed this little bit of rinky dinky jinky destroyer play. I know it's not one of those epic legendary games that everybody else is putting on, but I quite enjoyed that one and I thought you might like to see it. Don't forget, hit the like button, leave me a comment, and if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you all next time.